After my review on Smile, I said I hoped Doctor Who would continue on a trend of episodes increasing in quality. So far, it hasn't let me down. Smile and Pilot were okay episodes in my opinion, good enough for me to watch them and enjoy them, maybe rewatch them in future. But Thin Ice on the other hand was a fun, enjoyable adventure which was just solid all the way through. There was no anticlimactic ending, even the ending was good. This episode also did what no other of the first two episodes did, and that is make me like Bill. This is the third episode that the episode is focused on the Bill and Doctor relationship, and I think it's been the right way to do it. The first episode was an introduction to Bill, the second her introduction to the adventure and life of the Doctor, and now it's Bill seeing the Doctor's dark side, his permanent companion Death. I think it has been done wonderfully over these three episodes, just setting these two up as friends, and I really thought I would hate Bill, but this episode has won me over, because Rose saw people die in her first few episodes, so did Martha and Donna and Amy and Clara, yet the only one who seemed even genuinely disturbed by this was Donna, and Bill just won me over because her reaction feels like the reaction someone would actually have. It's relatable and it just feels so genuine. Bill saw someone die for the first time, and the shock and outrage at the Doctor, and just the coldness that the Doctor is showing while all this death is going on, it just feels so genuine, it feels so real. She asks questions that no other companion seems to ask about the Doctor, and that's like, how many people has the Doctor killed, and about his dark side. There's just too many companions that only try to see the wonderful, generous side of the Doctor. They just see him doing all these wonderful things while brushing his dark side under the carpet, refusing to look at it, and just basically seeing the Doctor as infallible. And I just love that Bill and the Doctor's relationship has cracks and fights, unlike so many of the others. It is not perfect. And yes, I know Clara had that one episode, but Bill's just feels more real, and it feels like it's more understandable why she would feel like that. Also, even after this fight and outrage, Bill holds it together and continues to help the Doctor. I really admired her for how she moved on and made the hard decision in this episode without blaming the Doctor for it. It's just nice to see the companion stepping up and making the decisions, and it makes sense that the Doctor shouldn't decide. When the decision can impact humanity like that, I think it just makes sense that the Doctor doesn't decide that, and I think it makes sense that the human he's travelling with should make that decision. I got some very Kill the Moon vibes with this decision, but it worked better this time because, one, it just wasn't as dumb, and two, Bill didn't get angry with the Doctor over it or has some kind of fit and stamp her feet and have a tantrum, so unlike Clara, and I think by the end she really understood why the Doctor was like that. She understood that the Doctor has to make hard choices. Sometimes killing people is the only way, violence is the last resort, but it does sometimes need to happen, and he just can't afford the time for outrage and despair when he sees death. And she just understands what needs to be done, and she just really gained my respect for that in this episode. And can I just say that Capaldi's performance has been absolutely phenomenal this season, and I'm really starting to see him make the Doctor his own. I love the cold and dark vibe he's giving off this episode. I mean, he watched a child die without even blinking, and I think it just shows how desensitized the Doctor has gotten to death. I've said before how Capaldi is best when his Doctor is just dark and cold, and this episode is an excellent example of that. Also, can we take a moment to acknowledge that Doctor Who showed a child's death on screen? I actually couldn't believe it, and I was very sure that the Doctor, that the child was still alive, but he actually died, and that's quite dark for Doctor Who. Also, let's take a moment to appreciate that the Doctor just full on decked a guy. I cannot describe the happiness that moment gave me. It just gave me a huge smile on my face. The Bill and the Doctor chemistry really brought these last three episodes to life to bring what I would say are three strong season openers. The episode is brilliant. I'd say the only thing this episode lacks are genuine chills. The monster under the ice is just misunderstood, and the villain is just a bit of an asshole. But the Doctor and Bill interactions definitely makes up for it. The plot is good. I love the idea of an alien trapped under the ice and being used by humans for profit. Can't tell you how much I love it when Doctor Who exposes humanity as the true monsters. It's just why episodes such as Midnight and Planet of the Ood are some of my favourite Doctor Who episodes. The alien being the victim is something I think Doctor Who needs more of. The episode also reminds me a lot of the Torchwood episode Meet, and seems very close to it plot-wise, maybe almost to the point of ripping it off. But the pacing of this episode is surprisingly well done, and stuck into a 45-minute slot. I thought it would be a very rushed episode, like it normally is, with a botched kind of ending. And I just think it, it'd probably be something that would work better as a two-parter. It's a risky move leaving it in one part, as it normally ends up like Smile, but somehow they pull it off. They have the right amount of character moments between the Doctor and Bill. They got it just right to keep the story moving. There was some detective work and some genuinely intelligent ending, with the Doctor setting the beast free, and for once the sonic screwdriver wasn't used cheaply, but simply as a means of sending the villain to his death with the ice breaking. I loved the Doctor's speech and how much his dark side came out in this episode, where he does just straight up kill people, a very no-nonsense Doctor, not afraid to resort to violence, which I think really fits Capaldi's Doctor. Overall, this is an impressive and great episode, and I loved every minute of it. It had some dark moments and explored some themes like racism. Now that Bill's won me over, I just hope the episodes continue rising in quality, because so far this is looking to be a great season, and I'm looking forward to the rest. Thank you for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe for more, and feel free to leave your thoughts of the episode in the comment section below. Don't forget to check out some of my other videos. That's all for now, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.